This is the maiden event of the association. How do you feel right now, knowing that this has come to pass?
All right, so for me, I think it's a dream come true, right? Because I'm a Bayelsa born, a Bayelsa by blood, right? So my both parents are from Bayelsa State, but there's this longing I've always had. You know, I was born and bred in Lagos State, so I felt like when they do it in Lagos, it's something very captivating, and I'm like, I would like something like that to be done in Bayelsa State. And so when I emerged the director of socials, I said this was going to be a major project that I'm going to take serious. And when I got into office, I think last year, was it November thereabout, I said to the executives that I want to have the World Theatre Day celebration. And so for me, it's a dream come true. I'm so happy that at least finally we were able to pull this through. Though we had lots of challenges, which is normal. So, but then I thank God that we were victorious at the end of the day.
You know, this is modern day entertainment, and you know, before now, theater used to be a lot about culture, representing culture and culture. And right now, in your perspective and your opinion, what do you think are the three things you would, if you're in the position, you would want to develop in the theater right now? Like, if you want to, you know, make three things better in the theater right now, what are those things going to be?
So for me, I feel like theater, one of the major challenges theater has right now is funding, right? So that's why we always call on the government, because they have the capacity to always come into it. So I feel like if the government can just invest more in the industry. It's a very lucrative industry. It's a creative industry, and there's a lot of money to be made out of it. And then I think I would invest into the theater, into the technology in theater. There are a lot of things that needs to be put in place: costume, makeup, everything.
In modern day theater, if you have an opportunity to change three things, I'm wondering what those things would be.
First and foremost, I will say we need to change our theater structure in Amazonas for enabling environment for students. Then secondly, we need to look at the technical angle, because I'm a technical man. We need to look at the technical angle because theater now, things are evolving. We have trends when it comes to theater designs and technology. So dating back to what they normally teach us in school, then you notice that we are backward in terms of theater design. Then thirdly, I think the process of our undergraduates are not properly groomed.
And today we're celebrating World Theatre Day. How do you feel about this new development?
Yeah, I'm very proud about the alumni of the Theatre Arts Department of Niger Delta University. The university has existed for 25 years, and this is the first time that in Bayelsa State we are celebrating the World Theatre Day. So I want to give credit to the leadership of the alumni for this bold initiative. I'm highly impressed. I don't even know how they were able to get money to do all of this. But I think that it shows that the students we are training that have graduated, they have capacity, they have vision, they have strength, they have courage, and they can actually go to places if they can do something like this. One reason why I'm happy here is that World Theatre Day is not entirely an activity of the alumni. It's a day for all theatre artists in Bayelsa State. So in occasions like this, we expect that the Niger Delta University theatre arts will be represented, alumni will be there. The University of Tarorua, they have a theatre arts department, they are supposed to participate. And then the Bayelsa Cultural, the Council for Arts and Culture is supposed to be part of it. And then there's Jasper Dakaporo, and then you also have the Ministry of Culture. All of these ones were supposed to come together to celebrate World Theatre Day. But the alumni took it upon themselves to make this day possible. So I'm highly impressed. Thank you.
All right, sir, as a very amazing playwright, you are one of the playwrights from the Niger Delta that have really stood out when it comes to playwriting. And today in modern day theater, if you have an advice, or if you have the opportunity to improve on three things in modern day theater, what would these three things be?
One of them is right good place. The other is right place that will be marketable, place that will sell you, a right place that will change the society. Okay. Yeah.
All right. For those people watching us right now, especially those parents who have kids that have talent, natural born talent, and do not really respect the theater profession, what can you say to them right now to convince them to allow their children embrace their creativity? And if they want to be part of the theater family, what can you say to them to make them change their mind?
Theater profession is only open to those who are interested in it. It is when you come inside the profession, the practice, or the arts of the theater that you know how important it is. As far as I'm concerned, theater is a universal knowledge. It is a universal university. Theater is about life. Every knowledge in this world is connected to the theater, and we use every knowledge in the world to do theater. And we use theater to change society, not only to change society, for personal development. And also, we use theater to become popular, famous, and then help the nation. So, my advice is that if any child in the Niger Delta or in Nigeria wants to read theater, no parent should discourage that child, because theater is a very good discipline that can take you to anywhere. The theater artist has opportunity to work in any company, either in the academia, in the banking sector, in public relations, as a teacher and all of that. The theater gives us the opportunity to go to anywhere to work. So nobody should look down on theater. Theater is a prestigious discipline. It has produced a lot of people who are sages, who are heroes in society.
If you have the opportunity right now to improve some, let's say 3 things in the theater right now, in this modern era, if you have the opportunity to improve 3 things right now, what would those things be?
In the theater, there will be increase in technical knowledge, because the world out there, you can't practice theater without adequate technical knowledge, from media to other aspects of the technical aspects of the theater, to computer literacy. Okay, I think that's the area, to content creation. Okay, the theater program right now needs to equip students with those skills to be able to practice in the contemporary world. Beyond the traditional stage, should be able to go into the screen, okay? Because most departments of theaters today, they are leaving that traditional theater behind and inculcating theater and film studies, theater and film production. Beyond film, the world, the media space has been democratized. So you can see different voices, individual voices, independent voices coming up, and young men are making money and making a living with these independent voices coming out from the theater. Okay, so the meat of the entertainment industry today lies with us in the theater. So I would like to make some changes in those areas, so that the curriculum, the training of a theater artist can focus more on creative entrepreneurship.
We've been coming up with loads of plays on stage, especially at the NDU Theater. And somebody rightly mentioned here on the carpet that if there's one thing he would want us to change presently in the modern day theater, is documenting a lot of these plays.
Absolutely.
And so far I think the department has failed in doing that, and I think it's not something they did consciously. But then if from your own perspective, if there are things you would want to see improve in the theater, things that you think would attract those who are not theater people, but things that would attract them to come watch theater plays and all of that, what would you suggest and what would you...
Simply put, they are taking the back bench for too long. They are the initiators of drama and the rest of them, but they are taking the bad bench and allowing. So for me, it's promotion. Let people come back to love, theater. Make people to come back to love theater. That's what should do. Of course, it's rather late. It's better late than none. They could as well now going forward. This is the first thing they are doing now, so it's going to be a continuous thing. They could from going forward now. Start documentation. You understand? They should come out and organize programs, shows. People should come out to watch them, not to wait for comedians and musicians to keep inviting people to come. They should do theater programs like this and then bring people to come and sit to watch them. They should also come in to take part in government programs. We could initiate that anyway. So that's what I'll tell them.
Okay, you've always been somebody we can rely on when it comes to, reaching the government and making them see the prospects in some parts of entertainment. Yeah. I wouldn't want to hold you too long on the carpet because, of course, there are loads of people waiting for you inside. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, thank you, sir.